guys, it's your girl ThatsKeAndra, and I'm back with another video, and this is going to be something different I've done on my channel. I rarely do commentary. I always give my 2 cents when nobody asks, but I want to start making it like a regular thing here on my channel because I literally like be talking shit for free when I could be monetizing it. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, but a lot of people do like my opinion. I literally just went viral on Twitter for giving my opinion on something that literally had nothing to do with me, and now I'm at 6K subscribers. So thank you guys for that. If you are a new subscriber, hello, my name is ThatsKeAndra, and I normally do like lifestyle, beauty, hair content, but your girl is about to put her foot into commentary. So if you want to see how I feel about this new season of Real Housewives of Atlanta without Porsha, my girl Porsha is gone, y'all, then stay tuned.
And I'm catching feelings, baby.
Alright, y'all, let's get into this new season. Now, you're gonna see me keep looking down just because I did take some notes, because your girl can talk, okay? I was a communications major. I got a degree in it. Your girl likes to talk, and I'm a Gemini. I'm a creative, like, you know. But I want to stay on topic, and I don't want this video to be too long. So we are in season 14, I think, if I'm not mistaken. If so, correct me in the comments, but I'm pretty sure it's season 14 of Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I have literally been watching since day one. What I cannot believe is that out of all the OGs, y'all left Kandi to be the one to hold the crown. Like, and this is no shade, but Kandi is the OG. Like, I just never saw that coming. Like, I love Kandi. Kandi can get a check. Kandi can do nothing else. She can get a check, and she can keep a check. And I actually like her show, Kandi and the Gang. I've been watching it, so if y'all want commentary on that too, I mean, it's about to end, but I guess I can do like a season wrap up. If y'all care, let me know down below. But excuse me, but for her to literally be like the last one standing from the OGs, even though some people left and came back, like Kandi's never left and came back. She's been the only one, but I think Kandi came around like season, was it 2 or 3? But man, do I miss Nene. I just feel like with Kandi is a very neutral person. Kandi, I'm not gonna say she's another Cynthia because she's not as boring as Cynthia, but she's neutral. So it's like now when I see them trying to make her beef with people, it's almost as if it's like, come on now, y'all just making Kandi beef with somebody so she can have a storyline, because there's literally no reason for her to beef with anybody. She makes more money than anybody on the show. She got more jobs than anybody on the show, and it's just like, so I think they're trying to make her like beef with Marlo this season, and it's like, but you been knew Marlo. Marlo been on every season, pretty much. Kandi been, she's been a friend of the show, but now all of a sudden she gonna start beefing with Marlo. But y'all see that later on in the season. That's just something I saw from the previews I thought was interesting. I was like, if anything, she needs to beef with Kenya, but that's neither here or there. So speaking of Marlo got her peach, and honestly, y'all might not agree with me, but I'm not saying that Marlo shouldn't have gotten her peach, because she's definitely put in her time for Real Housewives of Atlanta. However, I feel like they should have asked like Shamia or somebody. I feel like we're starting to lose the housewife part, and they just giving a peach to anybody who live in Atlanta. Like, I just don't understand. Like, or Marlo should have got hers a long time ago when she was friends with Nene, because I just feel like even after Nene left, Marlo was still on the show, and I'm just like, well, who's she friends with now? And who did they even, I'm trying to think, who did they even make Marlo a friend of? Because it definitely wasn't Kenya. It really wasn't Porsha, because her and Porsha got into it. Her and Sheree didn't like each other. Well, Sheree really wasn't on the show. So I'm thinking that she was a friend of Kandi, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but it was just like, all these years Marlo been on the show, she always been a friend of somebody. And then when Nene left, it was like, why is Marlo still on the show? And then Marlo just befriended whoever she needed to befriend to stay on the show. At least is what it seemed like to me. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's just my opinion. So now that she has her peach, I do think it's due. I'm happy she has it, but I feel like she should have got it a long time ago, and she shouldn't have had to get it once Nene left, if that makes sense. Because now it's just kind of like, okay? Like, she can't be friends with nobody else from the show, which probably is why they're making her beef with Kandi this season, because she can't be friends with nobody else on the show. If they would have made her and Kenya be friends, that would have been fake. Like, you don't talk about my mom not wanting me and all of that and think we're gonna be besties. Like, I'm happy that they're cordial, but if you guys watched the first season, of course Kenya couldn't help but to shade Marlo when it was rightfully so. Like, that's just what Kenya does, and that makes sense, because her and Sheree being friends all of a sudden, that's weird, especially after the whole house thing and how Sheree house took 20 years to get built, and then they were like neighbors and now they cool. It's just like, it's a lot of forcing friendships this season, and I'm not really for it. But real OGs remember from the beginning to now, it's all just weird. Like, everybody's so friendly for no reason. But yeah, like I said, I'm happy Marlo got her peach finally, and I just felt like, I think it'll be nice to see her storyline, because I think a lot of us have always wondered what Marlo does and who she's been dating to fund her life, because I don't think anyone really knows what she does. And even though they're trying to say this lit archive is her business and that's what she does, like, that's like recent. Like, that's not what she's been doing like all these seasons, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, because if so, no one ever mentioned it, but I guess no one cared. She was a friend of the show. But I'm kind of like with Kandi, I'm like, this billionaire that you dated 20 decades ago, like, how come you still got money? And how are you, like, are you investing? Like, I would kind of want to see how Marlo is so fabulous. And I also want to see her be a mom tea. I think that's so cute. To her not her new nephews, but her nephews. And I think that it'll be a nice way to see a softer side of Marlo and see her in like mommy mode and all of that. So I'm interested to see that. That's pretty much it from Marlo. I mean, I know she's gonna be shady and cause some drama. Like I said, they said they're gonna make her try to beef with Kandi, which is weird to me, but whatever. Okay. Next is Drew. Drew, you're such a pretty girl. I think you are such a pretty girl, but I literally get secondhand embarrassment every time you and Ralph, is his name Ralph, come on the screen. I remember when Drew came last season, I was like, oh, her husband is so fine. But that whole situation in Tampa, like, for me, it's like, Drew's my friend and she told me her nigga wasn't shit, and I was like, yeah, the nigga ain't shit, leave him, let's jump him, like, blah blah. And then like she go back and then try to bring him around like she ain't just telling us he wasn't shit. Like, that's how I still feel from last season. So now that they're trying to be like couple of the year with Sonia Ross and her husband, it's just like, y'all should be doing nothing but going to counseling. Y'all should be working out together. Y'all shouldn't be going out to dinner. Y'all need to go to counseling, because that trip to Tampa makes no sense. Also, I don't know why it wasn't addressed, but I definitely noticed it whenever Drew was telling Kandi and Sonia about the assistant and how Ralph came out of nowhere talking about, yeah, like trying to like be in the conversation. Did y'all not forget that he put cameras all in the house last season and was watching them when he had left the house for 3-4 days to go to Tampa? That is weird. Like, I understand people have like, you know, cameras around their house for security reasons and purposes, but I don't think that's why Ralph does that. I think he does that to literally eavesdrop, because the way he came in, it was just like, yeah. And most people, at least I know me, if I would have walked in on my wife talking about our business and our affairs and our, you know, and our marriage with some of her friends and like talking shit, I would be upset. He came in a little bit too calm for me. And then it's like, it's giving scripted. Like, I know reality TV is scripted. I know they tell them like, okay, here, y'all come here, y'all talk about this. Like, I get it. But it's just like, it's getting sloppy at this point. Like, it's not believable. And I just feel like Ralph was a little bit too calm when he came in. But also, like, I don't even know why he was acting surprised and tried to change the subject, because like, y'all know he got cameras in the house. Or did y'all forget that? I don't know. Speaking of that whole rap situation, so with the assistant sending him a text about giving him a massage, all of that. Drew, girl, that is a huge red flag. But if you are not gonna leave, stop bringing it up. Stop telling everybody. You told people at the gym. You brought it to the Lit Archive showcase. You talked about it in your kitchen. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a storyline for the rest of the season. if you are not gonna leave, shut the fuck up, please. Like, excuse my language, but I hate that. I really, really hate that. Like, if you're not gonna leave, stop posting about it. And it's giving those girls that post, which even though I'm that girl sometimes, I ain't gonna lie, but those girls who post all them Justin LaBoy posts on their stories about how they nigga not shit, but they still laid up with that nigga. Like, that's what it's giving. And Drew, you're too pretty, too talented for that. Like, if you're not gonna leave, then stop telling everybody about it. Like, I don't understand why you just overshare so much. Is it because you want to be liked? Because I saw you try to apologize to Kenya, and Kenya don't, I mean, why do you know, like, I see that. I see you trying to be nice to everybody. And when Marlo kind of shaded you at her event about you not having no bookings and asking if you were still in the industry, you know, it's just giving like me, I need a moment. And it's like, girl, it's just some stuff you should keep to yourself. I would never tell nobody about that. That is very embarrassing, especially if the assistant was shading you on her Instagram. And then for Candy, of all people, keep in mind, I love Candy. Candy, if you need to hire somebody, I need a job, let me know. But Candy, not you digging up, oh, I found the assistant, oh, I found you confronting Ralph and stuff. I'm like, Candy, let's not talk about the infamous condo that Todd got in Jersey. Like, it's not my business. I'm just saying it's in the blogs. It's in the blogs, not my business. But it's just like, what's on my flow? Oh, girl, I thought I seen something. Anyway, I don't understand how people will sit and have that energy with everybody else but their own spouse. But you was being a good friend, though. I will give you that, Candy. You was being a good friend to Drew, because she needs some. Apparently she wants some. But let's keep that same energy with Todd too, because we can heard about this condo. We can heard about the condo, Candy. All right, next on the list is Sheree. So Sheree's cool. I feel like this is a whole side note, just because I see just to double back to Drew, because Drew wants to do her little weight loss video. I'm so tired of these housewives and these weight loss videos. Like, Phaedra did it, Kenya did it, Drew. And then Bravo shaded you and said you ain't even lose 25 pounds. They said you lost 10. And from the before and after pictures I saw, you look exactly the same. So, like, why nobody told her, like, hey, Drew, this has been done before. It's been done before. Don't. Like, that's when Candy should have stepped in and been a real friend and been like, hey, Drew, Phaedra and Kenya already did that. Or maybe they're gonna keep it in the show, because I'm pretty sure Kenya's gonna shade her on that later. I'm almost positive she's gonna shade her on that later. So maybe that's why they kept it in the show. But yeah, so back to Sheree. I say all that to say, if anybody should do a workout video, it needs to be Sheree. Sheree has always had a great body, some great arms, and she has beautiful skin. And she always had nice hair. Like, I love that for her. And I also love her son Cairo. He is so fine, so I cannot wait for him to make an appearance on the show, because that man is so fine. Other than that, girl, you can build the house, finally. Moved in the house, finally. And then you gonna date somebody in prison that even when he got out, you gotta fly to Philly twice a month. Like, you can't find nobody in Atlanta. Granted, I lived in Atlanta, so pickings are slim. Pickings are slim. A lot of people are taken, so you're gonna be sharing somebody, and a lot of people are down low. I get it. But like, Philly in prison? Philly in prison. Prison in Philly. Like, that's what you wanted, and that's what you waited for. And I understand, like, waiting for somebody, so you just have to see it through, because I'm one of those people too. I remember I was in a very, very toxic relationship, and once we got through it, I kind of wanted another shot at it, just so I didn't feel defeated. But you gotta get over that, girl. And I understand you might be just, you know, because you're older by yourself, I'm sure, because your kids are grown. You probably are just like kind of getting what you can get, but that's not what you deserve. And that's my point. Like, a lot of these women on these shows aren't getting what they deserve. They're just kind of settling, and I just feel like Sheree's settling. But she's still messy. She's still the bone collector. Now she can recruit Sonya on the show, which I guess Sonya is a friend to Drew. Is that how she on the show? She's a friend to Drew. I'll get to her in a second. But I mean, how you gonna be old and messy and then dating somebody in prison in Philly? Like, I don't, like, you wouldn't be able to tell me nothing about myself if you can't even, your man can't even come stay with you because he got an ankle monitor and he got a curfew at 9 o'clock. You can't say nothing to me about my event, my clothes, no food, my hair, my edges, and your man got an ankle bracelet and a 9 o'clock curfew. Like, girl, did you let Tyrone know you left to go to the event? Cause I know he was in the house. He was in the house before you even left for the event. Cause Marlo ain't even come out in the event till 9:30. He had to be in the house at 9 o'clock. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, but anyway. All right, to the newbie, Sonya, we not finna play this I got 4 gold medals like we did with Wendy and her 4 degrees. I'm not gonna take a shot every time you mention your medals and that she was in the Olympics. We know. I don't know why Kenya be acting like she don't know. Side note, Kenya is the biggest hater. And I'm gonna get to her last. But it's like, oh, you're Sonya or is it Sanya? And it's like, you know it ain't Sanya. You thinking about Tanya. Cause you tried to ruin her marriage too. Or did they get married, child? Her engagement, whatever it was. You know, that's who Kenya was thinking about. But her name is Sonya. Everybody knows she was in the Olympics. Black girl magic. Like, stop disrespecting Black women for a Kiki, for a Reed, for some shade when you're really just miserable, Kenya, and everybody knows you're miserable. But back to Sanya, her husband fine. That man is fine. He's giving Lance gross, and honestly, he might look better than Lance to me because that man is fine. I think it's so sweet with her Jamaican parents, and I don't know what the fuck her daddy be saying, but I just love that. Like, I love when people aren't from here and then they move here, they don't lose where they come from. And I think a lot of people, sometimes they just forget where they come from, but you can just tell, like, she Jamaican all day, every day. And honestly, I never knew that. And it's just like, yeah, she's repping America when she's in the Olympics, but I didn't know she moved here when she was 12. Like, girl, what? Like, I think that was so cool. So I loved finding that out about her. But if her storyline is gonna be her husband wanting a baby, that's boring. And I feel like whenever they have like no drama in their life, then they opt in to be either mean or be messy. So it's like, oh yeah, my only drama is that my husband wants a baby and I don't want to give him one. All right, cool. So now I'm gonna go be messy with Sheree. Like, girl, don't be that girl. Son, you could have came in and just been fabulous. You were a whole Olympian. Like, you ain't gotta be messy to be relevant on the show. Like, I don't know, that's just how I felt. But so far, I mean, I like her as a person, but I like her husband more. Her husband is fine. That is a fine man. All right, so last but not least, let's get to Kenya, child. The best thing about Kenya is Brooklyn. I'm so happy we got to see Brooklyn's face and it was not blurred out this season. That is a beautiful child. And I love that Kenya got to experience motherhood. However, this is the longest divorce. It has been 3 or 4 seasons. That divorce is older than Brooklyn. I'm sorry, y'all. The dumpster. My house is like right by the dumpster. Y'all done? All right, great. Anyways, but what I refuse to get on the train with is this boy Brandon, her little Dancing with the Stars trainer partner, whatever. That boy is 5. Kenya, you love you a little light-skinned man with some curly hair. She probably let him play stepdaddy because y'all saw nobody brought it up. I was like on Twitter and I was like live tweeting and I ain't see nobody bring up, maybe like one person bring up how Brandon was at the house with Brooklyn. And I'm like, not you got Brandon playing stepdaddy. Like, Brooklyn ain't gonna know the difference because he do look like Mark. He was like a younger version of Mark. And I'm just like, Kenya, you can't find nobody? Like, nobody wants you? Nobody? And it's just like, dang. And she ain't got Cynthia on the show no more. So that means like her bestie gonna have to be Candy. Yeah. Probably Candy. And then her and Sheree trying to get back cool. And then her and Marlo are like frenemies. But it's like when you just mean and nasty, you really don't have to have a storyline. Like, I didn't even know Kenya was on Dancing with the Stars. I must have missed that episode. Or maybe she got eliminated early. I didn't even know. But child, everybody Dance with the Stars. So it ain't like she did like The Apprentice or something like Nene. But anyway, yeah, when you're mean and nasty, like you really don't have to have a storyline. You just start the drama or finish it. So I feel like that's just gonna be Kenya's thing, but it's almost as if like now Kenya is like the HBIC on the show. As you saw, she showed up to the event last. She had on all white, looked like she was going to a wedding. It was cute though, I'll give it to her. But now that Nene's gone, Porsha's gone, everyone else is like followers on the show. Like the only person that's gonna give her a run for her money is Marlo. So I think Marlo and Kenya are gonna be the ones that kind of keep the show going, because I would expect for Candy to be the HBIC, but she's too neutral, you know? So I say all that to say, I miss Porsha, I miss Nene. I feel like everybody misses Porsha. Porsha's voice was in the first 5 minutes of the show. Like they couldn't wait. So it's just like, you know, now granted, Nene coming out trying to sue or something for racism, Nene will never probably get back on the show, which I hate that for her. I wish she would have kept her mouth closed and came back for like one final season. Porsha needs some time off because her show was ratchet and ghetto and it did not like make me like her more, but I can say I do miss her with the girls, if that makes sense. But yeah, that was kind of just not season 1, but episode 1. It was alright. Like, I mean, I'm gonna watch because I don't watch nothing else on Sundays, but I definitely miss Porsha and Nene and them. Like, I miss Phaedra. And I know Kenny's like, oh, Phaedra come back, I'm never coming back. Okay. Like, you got 2 other shows, bro. Like, it's okay. Like, maybe Tanny needs to take a break and bring Phaedra back, and then they could switch out, you know? But bring Phaedra and Porsha back. That's what I want to see. That would make me happy. But I'm just interested to see how this season goes. I can't believe Drew came back, but like nobody else. Like, I mean, honestly, I ain't really like LaToya anyway. So yeah, I didn't want LaToya to come back. And then Cynthia been boring. Cynthia should have stopped. Cynthia's just a pretty face, and there's nothing wrong with that. And sometimes you get too old for drama. So I watched Cynthia on Big Brother, and I did not know she was that slow in real life. And I mean that in the nicest way possible. Like, you know, like if you watch Big Brother, this is totally off track. If you watch Big Brother, most of the times floaters win. And it's the way that Cynthia literally floated all the way to like the final 3 and then still lost. It was just like, how did that even happen? But anyway, she ain't out to play the game. Thank God she's pretty. Thank God she's pretty. But yeah, that's just my opinion on episode 1. Make sure you leave your opinions down in the description box, down in the comments below. Chat with me. I love when y'all talk to me. And if you like these commentary videos, then definitely subscribe and like these videos. And I mean, you can share it if you want. I don't care, you know. But I'm gonna do these every Monday after Sunday's episode. So now y'all have regular content, consistent content. Your girl's trying to be more consistent this time around. And yeah, so make sure you follow me on all my socials at ThatsKeAndra, Instagram and TikTok. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week or later on this week, because I'm pretty sure I got another video I'm filming for this week. But I'll see y'all for the commentary next Monday. Bye guys.